Only 2 nades being brought.
So good strategy coming in from the Falcons to hopefully limit that aggressive utility. This might also be playing into the reasoning as to why they decided to start on the defensive side. But regardless, Mad Skills trying to take an aggressive position at the beginning of this round will not work out. Even worse, he's on the Legion, so all the benefit that would have come from him surviving later into the round where he would have had access to more goo lines is now gone. And what is this? Pojoman already into the basement site here. Geo able to fend off the first bit of resistance. Bola does the same from main stairs. And Merc still outside, having Overwatch for the push from O-Kills will take him down as well, leaving just a Joker alive here in the 1v5. Unfortunately, without any real access to the basement as well, so this is assuredly more than likely going to fall into TSM's hands at some point in the next 30 seconds.
Well, we can already see TSM players rotating up these main stairs, just trying to search out for this final kill. Merc going to get himself into a little battle and think better of it. Tosses the nade out, gets downed in process, but 15 seconds. What can you hope to achieve as Joker? You maybe get a couple of impactless frags, but there is likely not going to be enough time to disable that diffuser. Bolo actually hitting him with the full 360 no-scope there. Started with the SMG, drew for the DMR, and dropped himself into
The biggest threat to his life is going to be coming from Achieve, but Achieved, aware of this scenario, you can see that yellow ping very hot and close to the position of Joker. Achieved actually hits him once with the skeleton key, but doesn't even realize it. Thankfully, Bolo's nearby to also capitalize that, but O-Kills fast on the trade from the bottom of Laundry Stairs. He trades it right back out against Bolo, knocking him down, and again, keeping our numbers even in a 2v2 as we come down to the final 20 seconds of play.
O-Kills has got a really couple of important kills there in that round. Held down the back of the site extremely well. Achieve does still have the option to try and rip open a little bit of this floor, but realistically, with Pojoman there to assist, they're going to try and be getting these fights taken on the main stairs. O-Kills going to pick up his third onto the round. The default camera is still calling out, and Poj, well, he's got 4 seconds and he needs to find 2 kills. All the Falcons have got to do here is keep themselves safe, and that's exactly what they
time once again getting low. Only 35 seconds remain, and if they rush this a bit too quickly, they'll have to watch out for that second welcome. Thankfully, we just saw a Rotero drone go past that, so TSM should be well aware of this, and a good find from Achieved. Sneaking through here on the Nook, picks up one. He'll try to go for the second, as we do see Joker try to peek through from the office as well, but it won't work out, and surprisingly, there's 0 resistance from the Falcons here. Kotos is able to get to the back of Geo, taking him down, but Achieved and Geo themselves have already traded that back out, and now it's TSM in charge in a 2v1, leaving it all on Kotos to clutch with 30 seconds remaining.
This is looking pretty good for TSM. I've no idea how they managed to salvage that round. They got the plant down for free. A lot of distraction being placed elsewhere. Kotos just going to hit on that bait. The nade comes down, perfect timing. All you're doing is try and deter, try and waste time as an attacker. Achieved, showcasing how you can do that in multiple different ways.
Down below, it's going to be the alibi played by Jayla.
Oh, no.
Fortunately, this nade gets snatched right up by a magnet, though, so no hope on knocking out the for down below. And even worse, Kotos is going to find success in his engagement, but at least Merc is able to scavenge things elsewhere on the map with the trade against Joker.
Achieved likely going to be the next one into this engagement with Kotos here. O-Kill's going to pick up a kill onto Geo in the meantime. Kotos now recognizing I don't need to hold this too heavily. We've already got a 2-man count advantage. I can play this from a little bit further back, and look at the attention that he is drawing here. Achieved eventually shuts him down there and levels things out, but it's come at great cost. Merc has been down there, not going to be finished off though, but likely unable to be revived as the kills just going to keep on coming for the Falcons. Cleaning shop there. TSM nowhere near in that round, and really be aggressive with, if you can get droned in and you can make sure that you're relatively safe, you can really start to funnel some of these defenders around. But realistically, you're going to need attackers to take advantage of that as well, and we've already seen Bolo fall, Achieved down, and we can hear that Monty pistol, and it isn't doing a great deal of damage there through the wall. Achieved might be able to be revived here as Poj is going to come to his rescue. That leaves Geo all alone for the time being.
Away from that, Pojoman going to be distracted, as you said, leaving Geo off on his lonesome, and even Achieve getting back up, obviously going to be at minimum HP. Geo in a little bit of an awkward position here too, as he doesn't have that additional support. Mad Skills, meanwhile, single-handedly controlling the scenario. O-Kills able to finally get a piece of the action, and he'll clean it up. A full house of frags for the Falcons as they shut down another round and take the lead at 3-2. Expose Kotos' position and allow for the push from this direction to go off without a hitch.
Something that really assisted TSM in round number 1 was the book as well. Achieved obviously bringing the Nook this time, and he's been taken out, so it's a bit of of a mute point, but they've not got anything really to deal with the floor inside of main lobby. If we do get to that, they might not need to. Merc storms in, picks himself up 2 before being traded out there by Kotos. Poach is going to fall as well. J-Lad going to find one onto Geo, and Bolo's got a lot of work to do, and not the best gun to be doing it with. Grabs one, shoots the Nitro out mid-air. Locked now into this 2 versus 1. Can he make it happen? Another Nitro comes out. He turns tail and gets shot in the back as he's desperately trying to run away.
On those openings, though, and Merc obviously will be able to still reinforce his own position here in Blue Hole, with obvious access to the big rotate going out towards Snowmobile Garage as well. But still, Falcons with an ace nade on top of Geo. Beautifully bounced off the corner there. We're having some trouble opening up these Mav lines, but still going to be workable to an extent, as now they go +2 here. Some damage being found onto Merc, too. He's going to call for help as he backs up, but will he get it? That's the question. Bolo able to frag out one of the members of the Falcons, taking them down, but still seeing them inch closer and closer towards the site. The 2 from TSM on the interior of it, though, still able to hold on to control and stem the tide of the Falcons' own push coming down to these last 15 seconds. J-Lad finally breaches past that, though. Deals with the issue of Bolo a bit deeper into this. Pojo at very low HP also. He'll try to take the fight, but is immediately lost. Merc at least gets an exchange from that, but he's got 3 more players to knock out. No way to resist this plant either. It's going to go down on the ground. We'll have to hope for the best from a post-plant rush. Maybe catch players crossing, but no. Won't end up happening as he'll miss that opportunity as well, and it's such low HP. This re-entry into the site is going to be so tough. You can see there's a pre-fired angle lined up against him already. They missed the shot, though. He's given a crucial piece of info, but it's not going to be enough. Kotos still wins it up, and it's another round for the Falcons to start out the second half. Not going to be able to do much about it, obviously, with him maintaining that consistent positioning inside of Kitchen, but we are going to see Joker start to move upstairs, as obviously TSM wanted to play to a pretty roam-heavy composition for this site. You can tell by their operator choice, and already J-Lad going hunting. He knew that player was in the kitchen, but they had not investigated Geo's position in dining, so he gets away with one for free. Pojo will not be able to maintain his kitchen spot, though, as O'Kills is able to knock him out on a trade. The numbers stay even at a 3v3, but TSM still with a dangerous spread upstairs that can jump on top of this execute, especially from Solarium at any moment. So Falcons will have to keep constant overwatch to that, but so far doing a fantastic job. They've knocked out Bolo, and they do have overwatch for Merc's position. They won't be able to swing down those Solarium stairs without finding at least one player of the Falcons on Repel. Another one holding downstairs. Merc, though, knocks out that repelled player. Going for the second now. O'Kills is brought down low, but so is Merc. Neither one of them wants to fight now, but O'Kills, despite his low HP, fends off the remaining defense interior to the site and leaves Merc alone upstairs in the bedroom.
Difficult position for Merc to be in now. The plant's going to be going down. He's got information. He's actually able to get the kill and stop the plant from going down. All he's got to do is open up an angle and keep an eye on this. He knows that the clock's going to run out and the plant has to be stuck here. Can he find the angle? It's like shooting your own feet. Merc, he comes away with it. He had 1 HP and a dream. What a round from someone that otherwise has had a fairly quiet game up until this point. Spidey senses are going to be tingling, though, and he does pay a little bit of attention toward that main breach wall, but likely knows he's going to be getting pushed from elsewhere. Has the pre-fire, but doesn't have the shot. Joker going to be in place to finish him down. Great little bit of pinching teamwork from Falcons. It's cost them a little bit of HP, but O'Kills, excuse me, shuts Bolo down for the top of those main stairs. J-Lad's going to be taking out Poge as well. This is shaping up to be another flawless here for the second time inside of the map of Chalet, as Geo is all that stands in between, and that happening does pick one up onto Joker. The plant is now going to be going down, and already you can hear air jabs getting sent out there. O'Kills, he's on the Ayana. I'm pretty sure he's meant to enter into the map blue, but he got 2 from outside. The breach is going to get opened. Merc now going to make that rotation, getting himself down library. He's got an opportunity here to try and peek in and double up with Pojo, man. Pojo going to play aggressively on the breach. Geometric and him share one as kills start to fly. Now Pojo has to hit the reload. He's only got the SMG, so he doesn't have the luxury of ammunition. Madskill's going to be there to take him down. Geo playing deep inside of the site. What was he going to be able to do against the Finca LMG and the might of the Falcons bearing down upon him? Falcons going to be successful on map number 1. Falcons entire map, and that is going to be that basement. It is sprawling, and it's very difficult to clear out as an attacker, so much so that attacks often don't even enter into the basement. So if he plays his cards right, he might see quite a nicely timed flank there. A lot of these up nades getting thrown out from below, but Bolo will be there to reciprocate. He's going to be there to take down Madskills. There's only been a damage dealt by those nades. He will be taken out by Joker, who's played very patiently on those Astro stairs, but it still leaves TSM at an advantage. Koto's going to be there to take Pojo down. They haven't quite taken control of the site, and the biggest worry at this point for the Falcons is the location of the diffuser. It's pretty cold on the ground.
This will be a problem for the Falcons, and these nades that I talked about at the beginning of the round, they become a little bit of a double-edged sword here. Joker going for the rappel on red carpet, leaves him so easily exposed to Geo, and he hops over the banister to take him down. One final pickup from Achieved as well.
As he throws one up onto the ceiling, and throughout all of that, Bolo has remained on these main stairs. He is going to be able to find himself at least a down and a finish onto J-Lad. Gets caught on the reload for the second, unfortunate timing, but Pojo's there to back him up.
Great team support coming in with Pojo Man immediately available to refrag.
At all. Geo just going to play an outside of Vault door as O'Kills approaches the study door. Looking maybe to try and push his way on through, at least bait a TSM member into an engagement. As we can hear there, a couple of magnets popping off in the distance. But still, case cold. 7 seconds left. This is not going to end well, and TSM likely going to end up 2-0 up here as the last 2 kills are confirmed.
There's really only 1 to 2 players roaming about. They're not going to be an immediate threat to the clear from the Falcons, but they will start to become a concern as they move past the kitchen and living room areas, or rather just the living room area. So they will have to start dealing with that soon. And Bolo is going to look to jump into it, but a beautiful nade from Joker. That's what we needed to see on the past 2 rounds. Goes right up on top of Bolo. He doesn't even get the warning.
Playing on the 90, and Pojo Man isn't on site either, so the site is entirely open. Joker with an inspired nade. You can only think that that's off the back of a bit of drone information, but again, no opportunity to react. You see the nade symbol and bang, it's exploding. Pojo's got a big clutch ahead of him here, grabs the first, draws for the shotgun. Can he keep the site safe for a whole minute? It is an extraordinary amount of time as nades come in and attempt to reposition him, and J-Lad going to be there to collect.
Cam intel as well. Geo's gone down. It's a bit of a race to try and grab him. You can see the drone just constantly feeding yellow pings as they make sure they get that final nade off before the revive was to happen. Don't really think TSM are going to go for it with an active drone on top of it, but either way, still a nice kill coming in. Bolo, though, with a snapshot frag against Joker, gets revenge and evens out the numbers.
Keeping things nice and level here, not letting too much of an advantage slip into the Falcons' hands. Poge is going to be there to try and take out J-Lad. I think he hopped himself outside for that one, as does Achieved. 2 kills in back-to-back rounds, and both from outside of the building. This has very quickly turned quite heavily against Falcons, and it's down to O'Kills to further level things out. 3 versus 2 as he snags a kill just on the entry on into Astro, but Merc.
Oh, no.
He's going to be there to take Mad Skills down and leave O'Kills with it all to do. The diffuser very cold. 1 versus 3 here. C4 gets tossed out. We're going to see a nade sent up as well. Does still have a nade potentially here for Verd. He's going to have to let go of it pretty soon. Instead, just decides to keep hold. I think he got stuck. I don't really think he knew which way to go. On map's table, though, that player is going to be Merc. Sees the drone and decides instead to take the gunfight, and it is the right decision. Shuts J-Lad down, and that opens the door for Achieve now to move his way through and look to put a bit of pressure on that 90 corridor, where we have O'Kills just trying to hold down onto that angle. Pojo Man tucked away into the corner, loses the engagement there to Kotos, and that levels things out at 3 men alive per side. 15 seconds isn't a great deal of time, especially given the positioning here on the Falcons. Achieved, the flank comes through beautifully, grabs himself one, potentially lining himself up a second here, gets a bit of damage dealt to him as Kotos pushes in onto site, finds the frag onto Merc, but we're going to see TSM win that one out on time.
Due to the noise that will give away his position.
It's been one of the slowest rounds we've seen so far from both sides. TSM aren't looking to take gunfights too aggressively, and Falcons, they're just really slow on the heads up. But J-Lad going to kick things off with a kill onto Achieved. Takes a good chunk of damage, but a little bit of a finger stim is all it'll take to get it back to just less than half. Bolo shuts Mad Skills down, as he hasn't been a player that Falcons have managed to get a real good eye on just yet. Joker, could he be going for one of his trademark repels? I certainly hope not, at least with the case in his hand. His kills are continuing to fly here. They do have access onto the site, and Kotos is going to make that a little bit better. Pose just on the other side of the wall as Joker is going to start to get the plant down behind the table. I don't think there's any info here for TSM that this plant is going down, because we're not really seeing anybody move. C4 comes, but it's too late. It would have been perfect had it landed. Bolo's on 3 before being shut down by Joker. He makes the LMG sing, and Falcons, the timeout works.
Fall back and avoid the majority of the damage from that nade. We can see TSM as well going for their first adrenal surge here. here. Gives him that little bit of an extra health boost as they move in. It might very well just save Pojo Man's life. Regardless, though, he's low. And unfortunately, they've lost the first and second kills. There's no support until finally Gio's able to save the day here on the bookcase angle, but still, it's far too many kills against TSM far too quickly.
Gio is going to pick up that case. Achieve looks to nade out there as JLad is in position to try and take a little bit of an engagement onto him, but they're going to play ring around the rosy for the meantime. Kill there comes in onto Gio. Achieve pads his own stats with one onto JLad, but now he is 1 versus 3, and the diffuser still is not in TSM's possession.
Only 20 seconds left as well here. It's more than likely you're just going to see Achieve throw himself at the fight. Hope for the best in a 1v3. Trying to go for some of these pre-fires on timing. He's a couple seconds off sync at least for the 90 angle here. Nearly gets it as he goes back, but not going to happen. Mad Skills wins out the fight instead.
Yeah, Bolo, he knows the drone. He can see the footprints. He doesn't need the Inox tracker for this one. He knows exactly where this player is going to be. No, don't give yourself away, Bolo. You can't show yourself to the door at that point. Surely you just got to take the challenge. Merc is going to be in position to try and gain a frag back and a second, as JLad will be next to fall, but Merc meets his demise as Mad Skills is in position, trades back and forth here, but it looks as though TSM might come off one better.
No safe way for anyone to route back over to his spot, so he's more than likely as good as done here. And we'll rely, yep, there you go, on Kotos as well as O-Kills to finish things up in the 2v3. Also, you're going to notice a window of opportunity now for Pojoman to get the diffuser down onto the ground, but a nice nade or Nitro Cell coming in from Kotos, cleans up the first one. O-Kills will find the final frag from the inside of Master Bath, and it's a somewhat surprising victory to show up there.
Just making it work.
He's going to end up dropping it, so we'll see if he's about to try and make a bit of a play for himself here over the next few seconds, maybe investigating over towards the laundry area. We are going to see 2 kills show up at once for the members of TSM. JLad trying to fend it off, but the prowess from TSM is just far too much. Every single member of the Falcons is just quite suddenly dead, and it's all up to O-Kills inside of a 1v4 now to try and reverse that. A little hope he'll have to do it, unfortunately. Isn't going to have any intel to play into here, nor any capability to deny the plant. Pojo Man secures it. Post-plant positions will have been well established. Okay, never mind by this point. Beautiful one tap from O-Kills to sneak off the kill and Achieve, but how much further can he realistically get here? A bit of the time already being used up. He's got about 20 seconds left to get himself onto the diffuser and stick it as well. He's desperately hunting for another mistake from TSM, but he's not going to find it by this chassis. Needs to move out for himself here, and unfortunately, that's the move he does not want to make in this scenario. 20 seconds remain. Realistically, about 5 to get himself into it, but the composure from O-Kills, certainly something to be respected as he knocks out a second player now with a near one-tap headshot. Time is up, though. He's now no longer going to be able to clutch out this round, so he'll just bleed it out. Maybe try to lead to his death as well. But the round, regardless, will be going into the hands of TSM as they take the lead yet again.
It's going to be the small matter of the mirror window to deal with. I don't think that the shock drone would have been successful. Oh, it did. It did actually manage to open up the canister before it got shot out. Merc, he's picked himself up a kill onto Joker, likely through that open mirror window. Is JLad going to find himself downed as well?
Bolo able to pick up a second kill here. And with that, once again, best to wait out the push, and Kotos, he's going to get it. We see the play coming in now. Kotos fends off the first bit of resistance. Will he get the second? No, Merc exchanges him, and unfortunately, we cannot see O-Kills move over to support him. He has to try and fight for death's door, and while he'll get 1 kill there, achieved on the 90, immediately exchanges him back out to be able to win the round.
I'm going to expect you to be laid on top of that bookcase. The flashbang is going to come through, and it will disrupt him for now. Achieved is going to be slowly working his way up, but loses out on the gunfight. The Mozzie superior in those close ranges, and it leaves even more to do for Poj and Gio.
TSM just can't catch a break in this round as well. Gio finally with some success here as he takes out one, misreads where the pre-fire is coming from on the follow-up. He's going to try to get some control over it as Kotos finally fully engages against him, but it's far too little too late. He picks it up instead. One more from Pojo Man, but Mad Skills come dashing in for the immediate exchange.
By half, as Achieved is still trying to drone out that top floor. Now, Mad Skills, for all that he got away with a little bit of something there, he might not get away with all too much further. Poj fearlessly swings him on the ace. Not all the time you're going to send your Heartbreacher in to do that kind of job.
Had the yellow ping to support it as as well. So a bit of confidence building up behind that. Either way, though, good job with catching Mad Skills, who's unfortunately missed most of his shots that he's tried to go for inside of this game here. Nade in. Pojo is going to end up catching Kotos as well, but he will be able to trade out Pojo Man in the process. Another member, O-Kills, has been lost deeper into the site. He'll be finished off by Geo now. Bolo with the wrap, knocks out Joker, and with one more kill from Merc, it's going to be TSM instead that control map number 2 and send us to our third and final map to decide this series. TSM indeed with the control. They don't necessarily look happy about it. Job's not done just yet. They need to stay focused for our third map.
In this fact-finding stage, searching out these little pieces of utility and making mental notes for later to tick on off. Kotos has remained alive here and is allowed to continue playing inside of Christmas Room there. But Bolo is going to be the first one through and the first one out as the Banshee distracted too much of his attention, and O-Kills heard the audio and took his chance.
Big swing from O-Kills as well, having to move all the way down from the second floor to accomplish it. Achieved. Oh, what a bait coming in here as well. Knew you had the player in Christmas, but you didn't know about J-Lad holding Whiskey, as well as the front door.
Get anything done. He's going to approach Freezer. That's, of course, where the diffuser is, at that Freezer door. Not sure if he's aware of the player on white, and by that gunfight, I would say not. Mad Skills takes him down and leaves everything for Geo to do. The diffuser, of course, on the opposite side. Still a player in behind the bar. A Banshee, a Wub, a default camera. Take your pick, really. What do you go for? It's almost like an aim training simulator.
No.
There's 3 ADSs there. We saw them all placed earlier, Geo. I guess you didn't see them, although we certainly did. Going to try and smoke his way off and get himself into sight, but 30 seconds, picks himself up one onto J-Lad. This is quickly turning into being quite doable. He's now got the cover and can start to work through into sight. It all depends on where Falcons choose to play. They know the kit is down on the ground, and all they've got to do is guard it. Doesn't get past the player on Whiskey, unfortunately. Mad Skills there, pops out at the opportune moment.
Just cannot find any of the members of the Falcons out in the open.
It's not looking like a good end to the round here for TSM. They've been very unsuccessful up until this point. They've taken that top floor control. They've not been able to get any kills, and J-Lad is going to add on to that pain, shutting down Geo. Pojo next to fall, and that's usually the kit which will be cold on the ground. Joker shuts Bolo down from inside of sight. His location was known. The pre-fire unsuccessful. Achieved. You've got 6 seconds and a dream, my friend. Grabs himself another before J-Lad shuts him down.
Overwatch downstairs, but he's going to be locked into this as they do need to pay close attention to this. They know that they had the Thunderbird moving out, but that's a surprising pickup there. Joker, certainly you'd expect him to be aware of the play coming in from Merc, but not in this scenario here. Mad Skills still striking from the inside of Cigar, nearly catching Merc there as well. Is going to continue to cause problems from the back of Piano. He's going to go for one more. Nope, some teammate support's going to come in. It's O-Kills to push the direct red door to knock him out and leave only Geo, not even inside the building yet, on rappel. He'll get one more pickup, obviously. A muted Nitro cell there with the player with the charge now being dead, but still a long way to go considering he doesn't even have access to the interior just yet, and he only has 35 seconds to change it up.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
To pick up the diffuser and maybe work his way through, but 30 seconds, 3 kills to find, 1 kill a second. Oof. Nitro Cell is going to do it, especially one that lands at your feet. No time to shoot it out either.
Great spray from Bolo as well. Take a bullet or 2 of damage in response. They've got the camera to lock in the fact they indeed downed him, but the members of Falcons may not be aware of this just yet. You can see his teammate though backing away. Bolo nearly chains both of those together, but a smart move from the teammate there on the Falcons. Has to leave him for dead, unfortunately, but the one that came to res and will survive to fight another day.
TSM chaining the kills together now as Geo's going to double down onto this. A very nicely timed stim. O-Kills, you have an opportunity, but you're caught looking the wrong way, my friend. Geo there to collect his second and leave a lot for Kotos to do. Figure out what they want to do. Quick little bit of information there is going to tell them all they need to know. Case firmly in Pojo Man's hands. I imagine that's going to start getting placed down pretty soon, as there we can see Pojo light up gold. Kotos finds one onto Achieved. That is a warning shot to say to TSM, play this one a little bit safer. You do have the plant down, but there is still a player that you are not wanting to challenge onto here, at least not wanting to challenge in a solo fashion. Geo, fantastic round from him, 3 kills there, and that's going to do a lot to boost TSM. Wide stairs, the C4 all the way through is not going to be successful. Joker, site's going to start getting a pretty small place here, and J-Lad just trying to make his own rotation there for the meantime. He's going to be one of only 2 players left alive here as another Lion Scan comes out. J-Lad Fearless gives his position away as Merc picks up his third. The LMG really working for him in this round. Pojo, consistent as ever, nailing that diffuser to the ground. As Kotos is left inside a fireplace. Does manage to grab himself one, but with the plant down, well, we've been here before.
Right.
Great shot through the wall, but Bolo there to shut him down.
Covering here on the final round.
These nitro cells from below that are getting pre-placed from the Falcons are going to be very dangerous, especially now that they've got Joker to literally sit there and watch the camera in a dedicated way. Nitro or not, O'Kills is going to get the job done though. Just says, you know what, I've got the spear, I'm just going to chew through the floor. Then detonates the Nitro and picks up one onto Merc. That's 2 for 2 on Nitro kills here. Achieve gets the black eye camera, but it's too little too late, I'm afraid. You're now 1 versus 4, and you've got a lot to do inside of 30 seconds. About to be swung here on side of Lumber. I think he's got the skeleton key active for that close range engagement. Was he anticipating 2? Snags himself 1 and chip damage onto a second. We're now using impacts to try and rip open that floor as everyone on the side of Falcons thirsts for this kill. Has Achieved is left desperately to pre-fire angles, but didn't anticipate Mad Skills rotating up white.
Merc's got the opening kill as well. Might even be more than that, but I only started paying attention to it that far back. Either way, impressive in his capability to constantly pick this up. Good reaction from Joker to get himself out of the way, and now the trade. In fact, let's make it 2 from Joker and JLad as the Falcons take back control here, bringing it down to a 4v3. Another one to be added to the counter for Joker as well, as he sinks the nade right on top of Pojo.
He goes for a full rotation, depending on the drone utility that's left available. If there are any flank drones up, Merc gets a chance there, doesn't take it, gains a little bit of composure and finds one. Can he grab the second? No, fluffs it on the second. Joker there to collect his third. JLad, 2 kills on the round for JLad, 3 kills on the round for Joker. Falcons, they advanced that lead by 1.
Here for TSM, although they'll still be down a player, but the Falcons starting to get low on time as well.
The only thing really that TSM have got going in their favor right now is going to be the time. They don't have a C4, and a 1-for-1 trade isn't really what you want to be looking at here. 3 versus 2 in favor of the Falcons. He's got a yellow ping, but he's not going to use it. He flicks on at the last second, and Pojo Man will fall. Achieved inside of VIP, finds himself 1. Can he pick the second? There's going to be 1 on Whiskey Bar. He had no idea. Falcons, they get themselves another round here and 1 step closer to our semifinals tomorrow.
You can say that a bit about some of the members of the Falcons as well. Either way, it's going to be a messy round for both teams to clean it up. Things continuing to look good for the Falcons, but TSM starting to get a bit more adventurous, but at the same time, quickly running out of players with which they can go on that adventure. Down to 2 now. Gio knows he needs to activate now. What a great kill to grab. Catches a second player on the camera too, and suddenly brings TSM back into this round, but the case is down. A misstep from Pojo Man as he walks right into Joker's crosshair, and now it's all up to Gio. We've seen this clutch in the past from him, but it's not going to show up today. The Falcons knock out North America and move